Sports Network brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We are here for tonight's Woji matchup between the Kearney High Bearcats and the Grand Island Islanders. The Bearcats come in 9-8 to the Grand Island 0-14. Grand Island with no seniors at all and Kearney with 2. We take a look. I've got 8 total on the Kearney High on the Grand Island roster. And I've got 14 on the Kearney High roster. Grand Island being 0-14, Kearney going to be able to play to however big of a lead they're going to want to. Talking today, it'll be pretty much however many games however many points Fletcher wants to win by, he will probably win by today. We took a glance at the record boards a while ago. It's about low 80s is the most points ever scored in a girls basketball game here at Kearney High. If Fletcher wants to get 80 more, Fletcher wants to break that record. I have confidence he could. I don't think he will though. I think we'll see a lot of underclassmen playing today for Kearney High after a first half of regular starters for the Bearcats. For now, the starters for the varsity of the girls basketball, the Islanders girls did not play a JV game of lack of players.
Did they say whether that was due to COVID or?
Lack of players.
Okay.
If you take a look there, Alex, look at the JV and varsity roster. Let me know if you see any differences there. There are no differences in the rosters on the JV and varsity lineup, but at this time, we're going to mute our mics for the national anthem.
Together, we have the opportunity to compete with a positive attitude and show respect for the love of the game. As a Nebraska School Activities Association and Heartland Athletic Conference member school, we ask that you recognize your role as you positively contribute to this enjoyable, competitive, education-based experience. Please remember to be supportive of all. Let the coaches coach, let the players play, let the officials officiate, and most importantly, have fun. Now we ask that you please rise and remove all hats as the Kearney High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Nathan Lefevre and Mr. Rick Mitchell, honors America with the national anthem.
Wonderfully done by the Kearney High School Pep Band. As we now get ready for tip, as we approach that, we will now get ready for starters. First up, Grand Island. Lily Chavez, number 15, Ellie Ward, number 22, Maya Garich, number 23, Haley Kinkle, and number 33, Honey Solis. Run through here. I mentioned before, there's no seniors. There's a freshman, 4 sophomores, and 3 juniors. So not much for older talent here for the Grand Island Islanders. We'll get ready for the Kearney High starters here in just a sec after a quick video by Bearcat Vision. And now for the Kearney High School Lady Bearcat starters. Standing at 5'7", a junior, number 2, Tatum Rusher. Starting at 5'7", a senior, number 13, Kirsten Garner. Standing at a 5'10", number 33, Maddie Province, a junior. At 6 foot, as junior, number 41, Hayden Skeen. And at 6'1", a senior, Kaylee Hatcher, number 45. My name is Mitchell Grant. Alongside me tonight, Nolan Dart. We are ready for tip-off here in Kearney, Nebraska.
Yes, we are, and it's the Woj Walk game. From Grand Island and Kearney, it's one of the biggest rivalries in Class A, maybe the biggest in Class A, and we're excited here for this one.
We are ready to go here. Kaylee Hatcher. Kaylee Hatcher and Maya Garwich in the circle. Garwich will win the tip for the Islanders, and the Islanders will start off with the ball. Haley gets it off to Honey Solis. Ward with it. It's to Maya. Maya back to Ward. Rusher gets the steal. Rusher is driving the pace. Rusher drives inside, goes up with it, doesn't get it to go. Hayden Skeen gets the offensive rebound, doesn't go, but gets it once again, pass out to Maddie Province. Kirsten Garner for 3. Just off on the right iron. Kaylee Hatcher gets the offensive rebound. 3 offensive rebounds. Ends in 2 points for the Bearcats off of Kaylee Hatcher.
It's a good offensive series right there
Maddie
for
Province
the Bearcats.
Able to tip that one.
Great start to the game.
That ball will be thrown off Maddie Province. Actually, they will say it was not off Maddie Province, and it will stay Bearcat ball.
Yeah, I have a feeling in this game,
that first 40 seconds was probably a sign.
yeah, we're going to see a little bit of a...
Rusher for 3. No good, just strong. Hayden Skeen gets another offensive rebound. Kirsten Garner for 3, no good. Maddie Province gets that offensive rebound. That'll be a kicked ball going off the foot of Haley Kenkel.
I think we're going to see the starters in here for maybe just a couple minutes, maybe about 3, at max probably 5 minutes, and we're going to probably see, we got a large bench here today, larger than normal, because we're just trying to, I mean, Grand Island.
Everyone's got full eligibility. Yeah. There was no JV game. Tatum Rusher for 3, absolutely. 5-0. Rusher's got 3, Hatcher's got 2. Grand Island gets the ball over the half-court line. Bearcats, Kirsten Garner able to steal that one on a pass too high for the Islanders. Kirsten dribbles inside, pass out to Province, now to Skeen. Skeen for 3, no good, in and out. Kirsten able to get that offensive rebound. She'll get the ball stolen from her by Lily Chavez. Haley Kenkel will have it now. She brings it past the half-court line for the Bearcats. Gets it over to Honey Salas. Now Lily Chavez is with it.
Bearcats playing tight defense right now on this Islander team.
Lily drives. Ball stolen away by Kirsten Garner.
She just stripped that thing away.
Has Skeen up the court. Skeen drives. No good on the layup. Province fighting for that offensive rebound. Grand Island bench wanted to travel.
I thought that was a travel as well.
They're going to say she did not have possession yet. Skeen gets it on the near wing over to Kirsten. Kirsten's going to let it fly. No good off the back iron. Province gets another offensive rebound. Province gets inside to Hatcher. Hatcher back out to Rusher. Rusher for 3. No good. Province gets another offensive rebound. And Hatcher puts it in for 2. I wonder how many times we are going to say that tonight.
This is incredible. I don't think I've ever seen this many offensive rebounds. Like in the first, gosh, we're in the first like 3 minutes of the game. We all have already seen like maybe feels like about
Maddie
10
Province is closing in on
turnovers.
10 offensive rebounds here in the first couple minutes.
Well, there we are. We got Tosh on the stats.
First time,
yeah,
so
we'll thumbs up.
We got our other statistician plays reserve basketball. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Well, oh, my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Network brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Grand Island will have the ball underneath the Bearcat basket after a 2-pointer was good from Kaylee Hatcher and a timeout called by them.
Now, I will say with the first few minutes, not going to be nitpicky because I'm not going to be super nitpicky because the Bearcats are up 7-0. But we have seen a few missed layups inside where there's some looks where look like they should have gone in pretty easily.
Rusher gets that two to fall real easy out on the free throw jumper.
And if I were to improve anything at this point, if I'm Coach Fletcher, I'd probably just say, get those shots inside, knock those down. Those are confidence builders.
Hatcher gets the steal. Pass Province. Province brings it up. Gets Kirsten in the corner. Kirsten back out to Rusher. Rusher, deep three on the corner. No good. That'll go over the backboard and out of bounds. Bearcats leading 9-0 here in the first quarter. 5:06 left to go. We're 3 minutes in. Kearney not scared to let the 3 ball fly. And Kirsten will get that steal, but they'll say she's stepped out of bounds.
Rowdy's pleading their disgust right there.
A packed Rowdy section already.
You'd love to see. It's going to be a great game. We have some Grand Island Rowdies here today. We got jersey theme for them. We got island and beach theme for our Kearney High Rowdies, and I anticipate both student sections will probably be packed. As it looks right now, not so much for the Islanders, but
they got a whole row and a half going for them right now.
Yeah, the crowd's coming next game. Believe me, it's going to be an electric atmosphere.
With Trout and the Islanders taking on the Bearcats. Their game set for about 7 o'clock.
Yeah, you got the.
Actually, I take that back. Set for about, I believe, 7:30.
Yeah, you got the Virginia commit, I believe, Isaac Trout.
Yep.
He's been playing at a high level in the recently decent line of high pedigree players out of the state of Nebraska. You had Chucky Hepburn, Hunter Salas graduating last year.
Chucky Hepburn having himself a year in Wisconsin.
He's doing good for himself.
That three from Haley Keinkel, no good with the Kirsten Garner rebound. Kirsten passes to his younger sister Kennedy. Kennedy will take a shoulder, and she will head to the line shoot too.
Yeah, and just talking about Hunter Salas as well. He's kind of found his place in the very deep and talented Gonzaga roster. It's going to be entertaining to see how their careers unfold.
Kennedy Garner's first free throw of the night, no good. Harley Straka and Kelsey Hatcher to check in. We haven't seen Kelsey Hatcher check in this early too often. She's played in a couple varsity games. She had herself a big night in the Jamboree game at the beginning of the year against GI Northwest, hitting down a couple of early threes. Kennedy Garner's second free throw is good. Bearcats lead 10-0 on the Islanders. Little under halfway through the first period. That ball will go out of bounds off of Kelsey Hatcher.
Bearcats have been doing a good job of just pressing. They have not let up at all.
This is good practice for the Bearcats as well.
Absolutely, because you need that full court press. That's something that, when executed correctly and effectively, it can be a very, very useful tool for you in big games.
Bearcats have speed, so they love to use it.
Yeah, we got
Haley Keinkel's layup, no good, and Kelsey Hatcher gets the rebound.
Talking about the speed of this Bearcat team, you got Kirsten Gardner, Maddie Province, Tatum Rusher, Harley Straka.
She'll shoot her shot there, doesn't get it. It'll go bounce off the rim. Rusher fighting for that offensive rebound, doesn't get it.
Love Rusher. The scrappiness so far. Like every rebound's just been a fight, and there's gonna be a double dribble called.
Yeah, Bearcats down there fighting for every offensive rebound. I believe Kearney has more offensive rebounds than Grand Island does total rebounds. One foul given out to each team. Kirsten Garner with it on the far wing. Gets to Kennedy Garner. Kirsten has Hatcher inside. Hatcher goes up with it. Doesn't get it to go.
It's an interesting shot situation right there, but that was a nice pass right there by Gardner. Just kind of like, it's almost like, gosh, how do I describe this? Because I want to use a football term for this one.
Court vision?
What?
We could describe it as court vision, like field vision.
We can't say court vision. I was going to say, you know how like when a wide receiver is running like a quick little hook route? It was kind of like that, but it was like the you know?
Oh, little juke step finding the back door there?
Yeah, Kelsey Hatcher using one of those right there.
Harley Straka's first free throw is in. We've talked about the sister we've talked in previous games the sisters matchup. 2 sets of sisters on this team. Kelsey Hatcher, Kaylee Hatcher, and Kirsten Garner, Kennedy Garner. Kirsten Garner with the steal there isn't the only good news she's had this week. She committed earlier this week to Concordia to play soccer.
Yeah, she's a great athlete. She's done great for the basketball team, and she's also a really good soccer player. And obviously that shows in her commitment to Concordia, because I believe it's the second girl soccer soccer player we've seen commit to Concordia over the last few years.
Yeah, I believe there is another soccer player that committed to UNK maybe this fall. I'm not quite sure there, so don't quote me on it. But there is certainly some good talent. There's plenty of soccer talent distributed through the basketball. Kennedy Garner, Kirsten Garner.
Harley Straka, I believe, plays soccer.
Harley Straka also plays soccer. Josie Murray plays soccer. We'll probably see her later on tonight. Right now, that's all I can think of.
I tell you what.
Oh, Maddie Province, Tasha. I can't believe I forgot about her. Yep.
Almost this whole roster is filled out by multi-sport athletes, and that's something that's really good.
Skeen throws for field.
Yep, we've got we got a really nice award for that last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Rusher in the corner doesn't quite get it, and it'll be a defensive rebound tipped out of bounds by Kelsey Hatcher. Hayden Skeen checks in. She'll check in for Tatum Rusher, give her a quick break.
Basketball is a sport that requires a lot of running, and so does soccer, but soccer is more of a high endurance level sport as far as running is concerned. That's why I would never be good at it. I'm not an endurance runner. I feel like I could sprint. I could sprint. I got long legs. I could do it, but
I couldn't. I'm not much of a runner myself. Played football last year, offensive, defensive line. That couldn't give me this. I tried skill. That didn't last long. I got like a week in before I was officially removed from playing tight end.
I actually played a quarterback and a free safety.
Ooh.
I was better at reading offensive formations than I was defensive formations. So you could understand why that'd be a problem.
The referee gets a nice shot to the face.
It never feels good.
No.
Yeah.
Kelsey Hatcher will inbound the ball for the Bearcats, getting it in Kirsten Garner. Grand Island switching up to a 2-3 zone. Hayden Skeen has it in the corner, gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy gets it to young older sister Kirsten in the corner. Kirsten for 3 doesn't get it. Kelsey Hatcher tries to steal it. She'll get a foul as she gets around the arm. Bearcats' 3rd foul. And Kelsey Hatcher's 1st foul. Bearcats lead 12-0. With 1:56 left to go. Kennedy Garner almost gets the steal. Doesn't quite get it. Got to recover on defense. She gets the steal that time on her way back to cover. Kirsten Garner with it. Crosses the half-court line.
Islanders almost had a look at ending the scoring drought that they've had so far in this game, but Kennedy Gardner with a great closeout right there, closing off that pass lane.
Harley Straka with it in the corner. Tries to get to Skeen. They're going to say a foul. That will be called on number 14, Lily Chavez.
Islander foul, number 14.
We've seen 2 players total come off the bench for Grand Island.
You know, something I'd like to mention is that it's Dance Cats and Cheerleader Senior Night. Just looking at the cheerleaders, and I was wondering, why are some of them wearing different shirts? Well,
that'd be their senior shirts.
Yes.
Kaylee Hatcher, shot no good. Maddie Province with the offensive rebound. I told you we'd be saying that again. Out to Kennedy Garner for 3, no good. Maddie Province gets to Skeen eventually. Skeen no good. Hatcher misses the offensive rebound.
Not been the best shooting night whatsoever here for these Bearcats, but it's not like they've had to do a lot. They've scored 12 points, and
they haven't.
Islanders have not responded. So
Kearney's hasn't been scared of shooting because they know they've got that confidence in their defense right now. 1:06 left to go in the first period.
I'm certain Fletcher would love to see some.
That 3 too strong by Ellie Ward. Tatum Rusher with it. Lays it off the glass. Doesn't get it. Kaylee Hatcher gets the offensive rebound, but she's fouled and misses her shot.
Yeah, these layups, you got to make those.
Yeah, it's happened in games past In a couple of their other previous games, they've missed some games because they've missed free throws and they've missed layups.
Not a reassuring sign for this coaching staff. You'd like to make those.
That free throw's no good.
I mean, you just got to make those. Like, just making those little shots can go a long ways. And if you're not doing it against a team like Grand Island, it's not a good sign.
No. Tatum Rusher gets that steal. Goes inside, lays it off the glass for 2.
It's a nice
15-0.
Nice layup right there by the leading scorer on this team.
That'll be a 30-second timeout called by Grand Island. We're going to take that break with them. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Not only did Kirsten Garner also commit, DeAndre Ndugwa committed track and field. Got to think of some of these names. Plenty of baseball commits.
Yes, we had Blake Radis commit to Dort.
We had 4 of them, actually.
Yes, we
4
had
total. Max Myers committed.
Myers committed to where?
Let's pull this list up. Not sure.
Yeah, it was a great day the other day for a lot of Bearcats.
Province gets the steal, falling over, passes that out to Hatcher. Eventually gets it over to Rusher. Rusher gets Kennedy inside. Kennedy not looking quite ready to pass it back out, waste some time. Kennedy for 3, no good.
Look, Principal Gans right there putting up the threes.
Mr. Gans definitely gets into this.
He has school spirit, and I admire that of him.
Yep.
He brings
the
the energy.
Very strong track and field athlete for Kearney High. Which I found out at the beginning of the year. He attended school here.
He's homegrown, and he's.
Matty Province gets the steal and gets the 2 to go. 17-0.
Good layup through some defenders right there.
Under 15 seconds left, and that will be Kennedy Garner with the foul. And we'll go through our commitments here. Jordan Shaw, track and field to Concordia. DeAndre Ndugwa, track and field to University of Nebraska at Kearney. Parker Wise, football, UNK. Rian Green, football at Doane. Kelsey Choplin, softball to Northeast Community College. As Grand Island brings this one up the court. That two is too strong off the glass. Matty Province saves it. It'll go out of bounds.
It's great hustle right there by Province.
Kirsten Garner, soccer to Concordia. Blake Radis, baseball to Dort University. Braden Anderson, baseball to Iowa Western. Tanner Johnson, baseball to Ironman Western. And Max Myers to Washington University. That ball will be dribbled in.
Washington University.
He got a little bit of a trip.
Like we're talking about the Huskies?
No, they were red. With that being said, Bearcats leave 17-0 after the end of the first. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere.
Okay, hold on.
We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
There's many schools in Washington.
Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Kearney leads 17-0 as they're on a 17-0 run for 8 minutes. Got the math, that's easy.
It's been a
Look at me go.
It's been a dominant performance for these Bearcats. They're not letting up. They have not let up on the full court press when the Islanders have the ball under the basket.
Islanders working it around, showing ball movement. Thinks about the three, passes it up, passes back out. Haley with it, gets it in Honey Solace. Three ball, no good. Rebound, Skeen gets it up to Kirsten Garner. Kirsten lays it off the glass for two, 19-0.
A nice layup right there by Gardner.
Grand Island working it up. Kearney relaxing their full court pressure. That pass almost out of bounds off of too high of a pass. Grand Island trying to regroup. Skeen playing defense there. Doesn't get the steal. They're going to say jump ball. And that will go for the Bearcats.
Mitchell tweeting out the information for the ball game.
Didn't quite get it in the first quarter. Had to finish things up. Skeen off the glass. Bank shot is still open here tonight. Bearcats lead 21. It's nothing.
Skeen's first bucket tonight.
Kelsey Hatcher and Kaylee Hatcher will head to the scores table.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see a. We have yet to see some of the JV players. Well,
we've seen a couple.
We've seen a couple, but we haven't seen all of them.
We haven't seen anybody that's really been only JV. We've seen Kira Dutenhofer, Kelsey Hatcher, and those have kind of been some JV varsity mixed. That ball will go off the foot of Kirsten Garner after the steal and out of bounds.
Yeah, we're gonna see a little bit of a. I feel like in the second half, at least, we're going to see a healthy rotation of players coming in and out for the Bearcats.
Yeah, I'm guessing a bit of a first half is how long they'll keep most of their starters in, and we'll see them at the very beginning. Kelsey Hatcher gets the steal off the pressure from Province. She'll go through with the easy layup and lay it off the glass for two. 23-0 in favor of the Bearcats. I envision Kearney keeping their starters in for 2 minutes and then they'll be in there for the first minute or so in the second half, and that will be pretty much all we see. And Tatum Rusher gets the steal.
I would like to know how many steals the Bearcats have had in this game. Tasha, you got that number?
We'll look here. Tasha says 5. I think Tasha's a bit overwhelmed because there's a lot of stuff going on. We'll keep the timeout here for now. Not sure who called it. Didn't catch that. Tasha's, for her first time, doing pretty well, getting the gist of things. But there's a lot going on for the Kearney side of things. We can only track one side of the stats, so it's a lot going on. Kearney leads 25-0 over Grand Island.
Yeah, the Bearcats have amassed a lot of forced turnovers. They've gotten a lot of offensive rebounds. They've been dominant. It's just been a fantastic game so far.
Now, we do not have any video of this, Nolan, that we have in our possession currently. But if you remember from the pep rally, we got to give a little bit of a hard time to assistant coach J.D. Carson as Province gets that steal and will go in for the layup, and it goes in for two, 27-0. But Mr. Carson went 0 for 2 in his sumo wrestling at the pep rally.
Not many people know what we're talking about, but
they brought in Mr. Carson, Mr. Bronick, Mr. Clark, and Mr. Bauer. Bauer and Clark wrestling coaches, and then Bronick and Carson basketball coaches. Kirsten gets that steal recovered by Rusher. Gets it out to Maddie Province. Maddie gets it out to Kirsten. Kirsten for 3. Absolutely, 30-0.
Bearcats having a field day out here. They've just been having their way.
Kearney not worried about shooting the ball tonight. That ball will be tipped out of bounds by Kelsey Hatcher as Kira Dutenhofer comes in. She'll take out Maddie Province.
What's the saying? Defense wins championships. Yeah, right now the defense for the Bearcats has just been getting them opportunities. They've done a great job locking down this team, not letting them. They've been cutting off passing lines. Talking about earlier in the game, Kennedy Gardner got a great steal. There was a GI player that was wide open for a layup, but
Kira Dutenhofer makes that 32.
Stuff like that. Speaking of defense winning championships, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Who do I think? I think Rams. Normally I have a who do I want to win, but this year I do not. I'm a Broncos fan. Miller's on the Rams. But it's also the Bengals. I like the Bengals a little bit too. I'm not quite sure who I want to win, but I think the Rams are going to win it.
I halfway agree with you, but you know what? I got Joe Burrow. I got Joe Burrow.
Joey Shiesty himself.
Yeah, Joe Shiesty.
Kaylee Hatcher for 3. No good.
We got Super Bowl Burrow on the Bengals. We got Jamar Chase.
Got a score prediction?
Oh man, I don't have one right now.
Tatum Rusher for 3, absolutely. 35-0.
Leading scorer for this game, 12 points. She's been the leading scorer for this Bearcat team all year. But back to the Super Bowl.
I'm just glad the Packers aren't in it.
Aren't we all?
Why?
Because they beat the Vikings, and the Vikings
Oh, no,
are
Vikings can lose whenever and all the time.
I'm aware of that, but still.
Justin Jefferson deserves better. That's all I'm going to say.
Purple pride.
No.
Nope.
No.
I'm sorry, but no.
And that free throw, good. Grand Island gets their first points of the night. First point of the night, excuse me.
That was.
And the second points of the night for Grand Island
and the
come at the hands from Haley Kinkle. She will score her first 2 points of the night.
And the Rowdies
chanting MVP of Grand Island.
For the layups.
Kira Dunoffer gets it inside for 2, 37-2.
And the response from the Bearcats. Beautiful. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I think the Bengals can pull it off though. When you got Joe Burrow on your team, like how can you not lose? I mean, how can you?
You can.
You
can. They did it a lot during the season.
The only way, there's literally no way you can lose this playoffs. There's no way.
Grand Island to attempt their 3rd and 4th free throws. No good. Ellie Ward shoots currently. Maddie Province will check in for Kelsey Hatcher.
Stands starting to fill up. Fans starting to come in for today's ball game. We're going to have a fairly large crowd. Grand Island being only about 30, 40 minutes away.
The offense rebound by Grand Island. That too will be no good. Grand Island currently shooting 0% from the field and 50% from behind the free throw line. That ball inside to Kira Dunoffer. She's got 2 more. 39-2.
Bearcats moving the ball around beautifully right now.
Kira's got 6 coming off the bench recently. Grand Island shoots the 3. No good off the back iron. Kira gets the rebound.
A little step back action right there.
Harley Strock on the near wing gets it to Kennedy. Too strong, but still hauled in. Hayden Skeen able to recover, so it's not a steal. Loses the ball once again, gets it outside to Kennedy. Over to Maddie Province, inside to Kira. Kira in, no good. We'll go off of Kearney.
Kira been getting the ball inside and putting in the work inside.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but Kearney High student section had chanted, this one's over at the end of the first. I wanted to mention that earlier, but forgot, so Nolan, you can continue. I forget things really easily. I forgot to tell Goff to upload Tasha's video to the server for a while, too.
I forget a lot of things, too. I need to write stuff down, because like
that would be a great idea.
I got notes for the boys' game that I have written down, because I need to remember some stuff.
That'll be a push by Hayden Skeen. Kearney High's 7th foul, and they will head to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Grand Island down by 37. A good recovery win for Kearney as they had struggled just a little bit. That free throw no good. They are now 2 for 5 on the night. Kennedy Garner gets over to Maddie Province, gets inside to Skeen. Skeen blocked.
Rowdies are applauding something. we are not sure what.
Tatum Rusher shoots the three, and it's good, absolutely, 42-2. Oh, it looks like some Grand Island fans, potentially. I mean, they're in jerseys.
I guess it was awfully friendly for a little bit, but he has been evicted.
Matty Province gets the steal. Up and in for two. I mean, I would want to be in the Kearney High student section as well if we were winning by 42. Grand Island moves themselves up to 3 whole rows of students.
They are accumulating.
Slowly but surely. Kennedy Garner with the foul. Her second foul will send. That will send Maya Garwich the line to shoot.
And Mitchell, I don't know if we have noticed, but we
we're
have a running
in a
clock.
running clock here in the second quarter.
This game might move along a little bit quicker.
Oh, they just forgot.
It looks like we got.
They'll head to the scoreboard to talk about this.
Oh, so it was not a running clock, but there must have been a bug in the run. I have no clue what's going on here. I'm just
have
making
to give
inferences.
Whitty some crap in class about this. I have him 5th block. AP World History. Nolan, did you take AP World History?
I did not take AP World History.
So you didn't get the privilege of having Whitty then.
Mr. Whitty, from everything I've heard about him, is a fantastic teacher.
Did you play freshman basketball at all?
I did play freshman basketball.
So you had him then, right?
Yeah, I did. I did have him as a coach. He was a good coach. Him and Mandernack are a fun duo to have as your coach.
Grand Island up to 3 points now as they are 3 for 6 on the night from free throws. And make that 4 for 7. Grand Island's got 4. They'll put 1 minute and 9 seconds on the clock. Okay, Kirsten Garner thought about the 3, passes to Kennedy. Back to Kirsten. Kirsten surveys the D. Gets it to Kira. Kira stolen but recovers. Kirsten directing traffic. Gets it to Rusher. Rusher shoots the 3. Absolutely 47-4.
My gosh. Rusher has 18 points, 18 out of the Bearcats.
She's got 18
47.
of the team's 47.
She's having herself a day. Gosh, how many points does she average?
Let's take a look. Grand Island shoots the 3, and it falls. Their first field goal of the night comes in the form of a three-pointer. 13 seconds left. Kirsten gets it to Harley, over to Kennedy. Kennedy for a 3, no good. Defensive rebound hauled in by Grand Island. Grand Island, with seconds waning off, shoots it from half court, no good. Now, if we go quickly to that, how many points per game does Tatum Rusher have? She averages 12 per game, and she's at 18 before the half. We'll take a break during halftime. We'll be back after a sec. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. My name is Augie Lane, and I have been your scoreboard and timer for the night. And I've also been, the one putting up commercials and stuff. But I am also a member of the thespian troupe and the speech team. And this is my senior year, and I'm very excited to share with you some of the events that we have coming up. So next Friday is going to be our Cabaret Night, and that's just a show of a bunch of people who are all so talented, and I'm really looking forward to that one. The improv team is going to be performing. That's where we stand up in front of you guys and we make stuff up on the spot, and it's so much fun. But then tomorrow, our speech team is going to be getting up really early in the morning to travel all the way to Bellevue East, and we're going to be competing in that tournament, and I really look forward to speech tournaments every time. I'm competing in program of oral interpretation and duo. My partner, Caleb Bomberger, and I will be performing the first book of Magic Tree House, so wish us and the rest of the team luck. And I'm going to turn it back over to Nolan and Mitch. Let's go.
Welcome into the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Kearney leads 47-7 so far in tonight's matchup.
Yeah, it's been a really good game so far for the Bearcats. They've done a really good job on the defensive side of the ball and it's created great offense for them. And hey, these Bearcats, they have not had that great of a shooting night, but they haven't had to because they've been able to get down the court. They've been closing off passing lanes. They've just been doing a great job creating opportunities for themselves. And we have a different starting group here.
Not a single starter will check in here for the second half. Starters going on here. Harley Strocker will inbound the ball to Kelsey Hatcher. Kennedy Garner in, as well as Paige Milan and Kira Dutenhofer.
Yeah, I almost figured this was going to happen. Thought we were going to see a little bit of more healthy rotation of players moving in and out of this Bearcat lineup.
Kelsey Hatcher has it, gets it inside to Kira Dutenhofer, outside to Harley Straka. Harley for three, no good. Grand Island gets the defensive rebound. Kearney again leading 47-7. Tatum Rusher, the leading scorer with 18. Harley Straka gets the steal. Kelsey Hatcher trying to sprint along, doesn't get anything. Gets it outside to Paige Milan, over to Kennedy Garner on the wing. Over to Kelsey Hatcher. Kelsey thought about the three, Euro steps inside, too strong off the glass. Kira Dutenhofer gets the offensive rebound and lays it off the glass and in for two.
Good board right there by Kira.
Kearney leads 49-7.
Kira has 8 points in this game.
6 of them coming almost immediately off when she came off the bench. So she's having herself a night. Grand Island passing around the three-point arc. Paige Milan gets a steal. Gets it up to Kennedy. Kennedy inside. Tries to get inside to Straka. That will be tipped out of bounds, though. Paige Milan to inbound the ball to Kelsey Hatcher, now to Harley Straka. Paige Milan with it in the corner. Paige Milan with a three, no good. Off the side of the iron, too short. Grand Island keeping things slow. Grand Island working it around. Passes inside to Haley Kenkel. Her shot, no good. That'll be Kira with it. Inside, doesn't get it to fall. Grand Island gets the defensive rebound.
Kind of a slow start to the second half here.
A little bit slower, Kearney without their starters. Kira playing defense. The shot, and it splashes in for Haley Kenkel.
It's a nice jumper right there. She had the open space, took it, knocked it down.
Kelsey Hatcher gets it over to Paige. Paige Milan back to Kelsey Hatcher on top. Paige gets it at the free throw line. Gets it over to Kennedy. Kennedy to Straka. Straka dribbles outside of the corner. Gets to Kennedy at the top of the arc. Over to Kelsey Hatcher. Kelsey drives. Back out to Kennedy. Tipped by Grand Island, though. Kelsey Hatcher inside to Kira. Does not get to Kira, though, as it is intercepted by Haley Kenkel. Excuse me, Maya Garwich. Kenkel leads the team with 7. Garwich has got 2.
Islanders have been denying that little pass inside to get those buckets inside from the paint.
2 more Bearcats will check in, as well as an Islander at the next break. That shot, air ball, is rebounded by Paige Milan. Paige pushing the pace. Gets it to Kennedy, over to Kelsey Hatcher inside. Kelsey with the easy layup and in, 51-9.
Good ball movement right there by the Bearcats, getting down court.
And that'll be a timeout.
Getting the easy bucket.
Timeout by Grand Island. We'll take that one as well. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Well, oh, my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Kearney leading 51-9. Grand Island has their eyes set on double digits.
Got some new faces on the floor for the Bearcats. We got Ava Sheldon and Josie Murray checking into the ball game.
And Kearney.
Oh, and Paige Milan.
Paige was in that first time. She shot a couple times. Grand Island's working it around.
This rowdy section is full to the brim almost. They got some tubas up there. I have a feeling that they're going to have to move at some point.
That will be a foul on Josie Murray. We are in a running clock situation. Her first free throw is no good. She'll get a shot at one more.
We're talking about the rowdies for the Bearcats. Islanders traveling kind of well, just a little bit.
They're starting to fill in a little bit.
Decently sized rowdy section.
I know some young kids that are going to be upset that their section's taken. Ava Sheldon with it.
I'm sure they can join the junior rowdies.
That pass inside does not find its target and will be a turnover. Head Grand Island's way. Kelsey Hatcher gets the steal, loses it again.
A bit of a scramble right there.
That'll be a jump ball. It'll go in the favor of Grand Island. Grand Island will bring it in. Haley was guarded by Kelsey. Now it's an Ellie Ward. Gets it over to Lily Chavez. Ward gets her pass stolen by Paige Milan.
Good.
Kelsey Hatcher gets it now.
That's good defense right there by Paige Milan, just getting her arm in there and denying the pass.
Ava Sheldon for three, no good as it bounces off the back of the rim.
Sure, the Bearcats would love to get at least almost everybody involved in the scoring.
We've got some mystery Islanders, and that pass will go out of bounds by. Let's turn real quick. I don't think we're gonna. That'll be out of bounds by Haley Kenkel.
I think we're gonna see some new faces here. We have number 31 Rachel Reimers checking in,
as well as Addie Helmbrecht, number 40. Plenty of JV players ready to show what they can do on the varsity level.
Good defense right there by GI, blocking the shot by Helmbrecht.
Page stepping out of bounds. We'd like to thank some of our Bearcat Vision primary sponsors: Family Physical Therapy, Runza, Bear Photographer, Cunningham's Journal, Heartland Oral Surgery, Parker Hannaford Corporation, Landmark Implement, Wilkins Architecture, Kearney Regional, New West Sports Medicine, Eunice Hospitality, Grasnick Lawn and Landscape, KHS Boosters, and Dr. Brad Rogers.
We thank them for their financial support of Kearney High and everything we do here. It's a blessing to be able to do this.
At the line for the Islanders, number 23, Haley Kinkle.
Of course, we would also like to thank our main sponsor for this year, Pinnacle Bank, our main sponsor for our Strive channel. Their financial support has given us great support to be able to do what we do. We've gotten some new toys to play with and learn how to use.
We'll get some new toys next year too.
Yeah, they've been very generous with their support, and we thank them for it.
Yeah, that second free throw no good as Grand Island hits double digits, 51-10.
And I believe that they have not ever hit 30 points this year in a ball game.
We'll take a look at that. Will you give me 1 sec?
You gonna beat me to it?
I mean, I've got the page pulled up, so maybe.
Do you also have internet?
Yeah.
How did you get the internet password for the school?
I mean, it is just, your school account. I mean, you can say yours over the air if you'd like to.
Fair enough. I mean,
let's see here.
I just don't.
They have gotten over 35. They lost to Elkhorn South 65-35.
So 40. I was off.
And that is their most points scored I believe they did get the win against Bryan by forfeit. Maybe. I think that's what Goff said. That'll be the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back after a sec. You're watching the Bearcats.
There's no place quite like our middle of everywhere. We're the bank that'll help you celebrate everything it brings. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
To the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We'd also like to thank some of the Bearcat Vision Elite sponsors: Ori Dunes and Golf Course, BD Construction, Pinnacle Bank, KW Elite Kearney, Buffalo Wild Wings, UNK, Overhead Door Company, Edward Jones, Buffalo Roofing, Little Caesars, Hy-Vee, Raising Canes, Kidwell, Sailor Printing, Buses Marine, Kearney Realty, Shawl Designs, Pump and Pantry, Qdoba, Mexican Eats of Kearney, Addie Helmbrecht off the glass for two. 54-10. Good Sam /CHI Health, Moonlight Custom Screen Printing, and Midway Auto Dealerships.
Addie got the bucket for a second. I thought she took a little bit of a shuffle right there, a little slide. I thought that was going to be called for travel.
We'll call it a fadeaway.
I suppose
we'll call
so.
It a fadeaway.
I suppose so. You know, hey, what the heck? At this point, just let them play.
Paige Milan gets it. It is an all-sophomore lineup currently for Kearney High.
Good observation right there. I don't think I would have noticed.
Granted, I noticed a little bit more because I know a decent chunk of them. So
yeah,
they're in my grade.
This is true.
Let's see. I think I can name them. I'll be able to name them all off. Number 20, Paige Milan. I can't see. Number 31, Rachel Reimers. Number 1, Josie Murray. Number 21, Ava Sheldon. And number 40, Addie Helmbrecht.
Very nice. Very nice.
I have class with Addie, and that is it. Cheerleaders will duck out of bounds after that pass heads out of bounds.
Great awareness right there by
wonderful court vision by those cheerleaders.
I know.
Paige brings up the ball for the Bearcats. Bearcats lead 54-10 in a running clock situation. Rachel Reimers back out to Sheldon. Sheldon over to Paige. Over to Josie. Josie gets it to Helmbrecht. Helmbrecht over to Sheldon. Pass a little low. Sheldon drives. Bounce pass to Rachel inside. Rachel gets it off the glass for two, 56-10. Nolan, we talked about this a little bit before halftime, but in the break. But if Kearney had been shooting well in that first quarter, they could have had it at like 60 by halftime.
Yeah, if they were putting the ball through the hoop, they would have been running up the score. But they weren't putting it in with very much efficiency in there.
They were shooting and letting it fly. We had no worries at all. That'll be Addie Helmbrecht's first foul with a push. Free throw is good. Grand Island gets up to 11 here with 5:30 ticking away.
And that's another right there.
Second free throw, good. Grand Island gets to 12. Paige bringing it up for the Bearcats. Over to Sheldon, back to Milan. Milan gets it to Murray. Milan into Reimers, back out to Sheldon. Sheldon shoots the three, no good, and circles around. Milan looking for something to do, gets it outside to Murray. Murray gonna let it fly, no good. Grand Island working, driving in. Josie Murray's gonna foul her. Mr. Gans very much getting into this game, wanting a carry. Mr. Gans a Kearney High athlete in his high school days and a first-year head principal here at Kearney High. Kira Dutenhofer checks into the game.
I think he told us, like, at the beginning of the year, he said that this was his dream job. He always wanted to, when he got into school administration, he said he always wanted to work here at Kearney High, and he brings the school spirit, that's for sure.
He certainly does. Did you hear his jokes of the day?
His jokes of the day,
They're okay.
Some of them make me smile a little bit, but you know what? He does his best, and I admire that.
I was at work the other day. I think it was Monday, or maybe it was that weekend. But one of my coworkers gave me this told us this joke. What do you get when you cross a joke and a rhetorical question?
I don't know, Mitchell.
What do you get? Islanders with the ball taking it down.
If you get it, if you get it, it's a great joke.
The silence was that silence was all you needed to. That was the punchline. Wow.
Grand Island working it around up top. Page playing suffocating defense. That pass goes outside. Nolan, I think, is getting it a little more now.
I think that's one of the better jokes I've heard today. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll take that. Mr. Gans always has his Friday jokes of the day. That rebound is grabbed by Kira Dutenhofer.
No.
I've got first block off with flex, and so I miss those jokes every week.
Well, I don't get to hear them for the most part. Ava Sheldon's 3 is no good.
I think the next biggest joke that I heard of was the MLB lockout situation. That's probably the best joke I've heard.
That'll be a foul by Ava Shelton. I didn't hear it. You want to say it?
My gosh, dude, I'm so mad. I was talking about the joke of the lockout, like the lockout's a joke.
Yeah.
Man, I just want to watch some baseball. Like, pitchers and catchers should be reporting for spring training. Like, come on, man. Like,
the MLB was upset that their
their
negotiations weren't working until they waited 6 weeks to do something about it. So
they didn't get their federal whatever the heck they called it, but
right?
No, they didn't get. So they asked for some federal government help for
a moderator is what they wanted.
Yeah. And the Players Association denied their attempt to do that. So
players are going to get what they want.
I guess so, and it makes me. They make enough money the way it is. I don't know what their issue is.
Might be more guarantees or something. I'm not quite sure. I haven't paid that close attention.
It's got to be. I just want to watch my Cubs play some baseball, man. Like, is that too much to ask?
Every player on this Kearney roster has played. Kira Dutenhofer's pass off the hands of number 33, Honey Solis, and out of bounds of the State Bearcat ball. Addie Helmbrecht comes back in for Kira Dutenhofer.
Nolan, I would just like to remind you of the first half when you were making fun of me for liking the Vikings as a football team, and you just mentioned that you like the Cubs.
I think the Cubs are a little more successful of a team than the Vikings are.
Yeah, when's the last time you won When's the last time you won a Super Bowl?
When's the last time you won a World Series, huh?
We have won
exactly none.
One Super Bowl. We have won one Super Bowl.
No World Series. Cubs are up on that one.
Can you name the year? How recent was it?
Like 1970-something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What if I told you that it was in honor of my grandfather? Would you pity me, or
that's why they won the Super Bowl, was in honor of your grandfather?
No. I support the Vikings in honor of my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's sweet, but they're still terrible.
That is a great way to put it.
I mean, I love that though. That's dope. But
Nolan, you want to hear what my
Vikings
brother?
aren't that great.
I just got told this from my parents. My brother Miles just asked me to be quiet. So, Miles, I now know you're watching, and thanks, buddy. Josie Murray gets it into Addie Helmbrecht. Gets it back out to Milan, over to Murray. Back into Helmbrecht. We're forming a triangle here. Helmbrecht spins around, too strong, goes over. And that will be a Grand Island ball. Under 30 seconds taken away with this running clock. We'll be back here 20 minutes, just a little over 20 minutes at the conclusion after the final whistle.
Yeah, I think I'll start to go into my game wrap-up and analysis. I'd say that the Bearcats, they got the job done today. They did all they really needed to do. It wasn't the best shooting night. If it was a good shooting night, I imagine it'd be a little bit of a larger margin of victory, but the buzzer sounds and the Bearcats win. They win big, 56-13 over the Grand Island Islanders. And I mean, honestly, if like we were talking about, like those layups, you gotta make those shots. Those are shots where you just gotta make those. Like those are easy money. You're inside. great job with the offensive rebounds. But those offensive rebounds created looks inside, and those looks inside were not returned with a bucket. And if I'm Coach Fletcher, I'm honestly thinking that that's only my gripe about the game. Like, it was not the best shooting night, but you got the job done. Defense won the Bearcats this game, and
I think the players knew that. Like, they might have held back on some of their shots, like just a little bit, if this had been a much closer of a game. And it must have been preached a little bit more before that. But it was, you know, really, they knew that they had the win if they could just play good D and make some of their shots. So they weren't afraid to let it fly. But with that being said, Kearney High will win 56-13 over the Islanders. A 35-0 run gave the Bearcats their much-needed victory after that ended in the second quarter. But we'll be back in 20 minutes for the start of the boys' game against Grand Island. With that being said, you're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Welcome you back in for senior night. We'll take off our mics. We'll leave you to the PA. But it's senior night for the Dance Cats and the cheerleaders.
Check 1, 2, check. Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the Seminole Board for a special recognition. Our 7 seniors who represent both the Kearney High cheerleaders and the Dance Cats. First, our senior cheerleaders. Our first cheerleader this evening, Leah Cool. Leah is the daughter of Mike and Holly Cool. Leah plans to attend the University of Nebraska Kearney, a major in radiology. Leah's favorite cheer memory is being nominated for All-American Cheerleader. Bearcat fans, our first seat this evening, Leah Cool. cheerleader senior, Macy Farber. Macy is the daughter of CJ and Andy Farber. Macy is planning to attend the University of Nebraska Kearney and major in business. Her favorite cheer memory is traveling to Florida to perform in the Citrus Bowl and enjoying Disney with the cheer squad. Ladies and gentlemen, Macy Farber. Our next cheerleader this evening, Hannah Legates. Hannah is the daughter of Boyle Roder and Jamie Legates. Hannah is planning to attend the University of Nebraska Kearney and major in social work. Hannah's favorite cheer memory was bonding in camp, even though it was very hard work. Bearcat fans, your senior cheerleader, Hannah Legates. Our next senior cheerleader, Haley Mem. Haley is the daughter of Andrew and Jessica Mem. Haley plans to attend CCC and major in media arts with a specialization in photography. Her favorite cheer memory was at camp when one of the freshmen tried to cook macaroni without using water. It was a learning experience for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Mem. And our final senior cheerleader this evening, Faye Sue. Faye's daughter of Daniel and Brenda Sue. Faye is planning to attend the University of Nebraska Lincoln and major in software engineering. Her favorite memory was when the team went to the Lexington competition and won first place in the traditional routine. Bearcat fans, our fifth senior cheerleader, Faye Sue. And now, our Dance Cat seniors. Our first this evening, Ashlyn Espelette. Ashlyn is the daughter of Jed and Kirsten Espelette. Ashlyn is not yet committed to college as of now, but her top choice is the University of Nebraska Lincoln. She plans on majoring in exercise science on the pre-physical therapy track. Her favorite dance camp memory has to be the night 3 of summer camp, her first year on the team. Part of the team came to her room and they laughed for hours. It was the night where she met some of her lifelong friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashlyn Espelette. Our final senior this evening, Katie Gomez. Katie is the daughter of Sarah Gomez and Vic Gomez. In college, Katie plans to major in pre-physical therapy. She has been accepted to both the University of Nebraska Lincoln and the University of Nebraska Omaha, where she will try out for both college dance teams this spring. Her favorite memory would have to be anything with team summer camps, especially the late nights practicing and the new friendships she made. Katie says, quote, "Camp can be exhausting, but no matter how tired we were, we always had fun." Bearcat fans, our final sing this evening, Katie Gomez. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our 7 seniors this evening. Cheerleaders, Macy Farber,